The Tuchola forest is one of the largest forest areas in Poland. It covers the area that has rich traditions related to the forest, which is a natural resource of this land. The diverse world of plants and microorganisms, as well as sustainable forest management, have given the Tuchola forest the honorable title of the World Biosphere Reserve. In the northernmost corner of Kuyavian-Pomeranian province, in the very heart of the Tuchola forest, there is the township of Śliwice. Although it has been 750 years since the foundation of the town, its residents do not forget about its traditions and local customs despite the development of their town. The land of Śliwice is not only a bridge between generations, it is also a perfect spot for leisure and relaxing. Every summer, tourists from all over Poland come to visit the local borough. During this time, there is a number of events, out of which some have become part of the town's yearly calendar. Every June, brass bands from different parts of Kuyavian-Pomeranian regions come to Śliwice. The musicians take part in the annual Leon Landowski festival. Landowski was a composer and arranger who had been born here. On this day, many popular hits can be heard in the local amphitheater, all performed by the brass bands. There are a number of horse breeders and lovers. They have been organizing the yearly horse breeders' picnic, which attracts the animals' owners as well as a large audience. There are also special guests who present their horse riding skills. The picnic also offers interesting competitions in horse-drawn kart racing. The Tuchola forest is a perfect place for leisure. There are plenty of woods and lakes. Also, fishermen will find nice spots here. Those who like to compete may challenge their fishing skills on the lake in the village of Linsk. Quite a number of anglers come every year to take part in the competition. The borough of Śliwice has a population of nearly 6,000 people and includes 17 villages. It is the people of those villages who have been nurturing the customs and traditions passed from generation to generation. Today, it is the great legacy of this land which we find in publications and events that remind us of the traditions. The residents of those villages also enjoy a good competition. One great occasion for that is the so-called Sołtysiada, or the village contest. It welcomes representatives of particular borough villages who take part in most unusual contests. As always, the local community cheers and supports them, along with the invited guests. Although the Tuchola forest cannot boast about the quality of the soil, the locals have long been farming here. The Harvest Festival is one of the few days in the year when all the farmers walk together in a colorful and merry parade across the town, and the farmers' houses are beautifully decorated with flowers and more. They then all take part in a Thanksgiving Mass. They also bring to church some of the crops gathered from the fields, forests and orchards, which are symbols of fertility. Passing decades changed the image of the Polish countryside, which is becoming more and more modern every year. The yearly Harvest Festival is also the reminder that the earth is our only provider. The attachment to traditions in this region is very strong. This can be particularly seen in the cuisine legacy of this borough. The ladies who are associated in the Village Ladies Club make extraordinary pastry and cook special dishes for Easter and Christmas. The cooking competitions in Śliwice are a great opportunity to use and present old recipes passed from generations before. The borough of Śliwice focuses on intense development. This can be seen in investments covered by the European Union funds. The priority is modernization and construction of local roads, which ought to improve communication and safety of the residents. Śliwice is a well-known place on the tourist map of Kuyavian-Pomeranian province. This commits the borough to building proper infrastructure. The tourist community center has recently been opened. It is in the local amphitheater that the most important open-air events take place every year. Another priority is the management of the local beaches. They are mostly frequented by holidaymakers who can now enjoy new bridges, benches, dressing rooms and car parks. There are also solid sport facilities. Young people can use the newly built football pitch as well as a multi-purpose sport facility in Śliwice, which was completed in September 2014. The borough may be small, but it has a rich history and traditions. There are places that have survived to this day and are a symbol of the 750 years of history. It was here that the local parish and township originated. In 1830, a brick church was built in the place of an older wooden temple from the 13th century. The church received its final neo-Gothic form at the beginning of the 20th century. Near the church there is the cave, which is over 100 years old and was built to commemorate Holy Mary revelations in Lourdes. The cave is made of unusual materials. Its architecture has a lot in common with some of the unique tombstones at the cemetery in Śliwice. Thanks to their originality, they were included in the Register of Historic Monuments and remain outstanding among other cemeteries in Poland. When the Śliwice anniversary events ended in 2014, a symbolic time capsule was sealed and buried. It had been filled with today's objects. The idea of the capsule is to leave a trace of today's times for the future generations who will live in this borough in the heart of Tuchola Forest.